On this episode of GNews Wired, we take you behind the scenes of Grassfield High School. You'll see our Grizzlies share their unique talents from the baseball field onto the stage and then throughout the halls. Also join us for a look back at our biggest service event of the year and get a peek at some adorable guests hosted here this spring. You'll see all this and more on this episode of our 4th season of GNews Wired.
Hello students and staff of Grassfield High School. I'm Jordan Faircloth.
And I'm Bridget Divers, bringing you the 4th episode of the 4th season of GNews Wired. Today's show was written and produced by Grassfield High School photojournalism students.
We're bringing you an in-depth look into our community of excellence.
First up, to recognize the strong military presence within our community, Grassfield High School held a cookout to recognize the sacrifice of military children.
Grassfield High School hosted their 2nd annual Military Appreciation Cookout for military dependents. This event was sponsored by S2S.
S2S is called Student to Student, and the program was designed for students to help new students transition into our community.
Because Hampton Roads has such a large military population, students transfer to Grassfield from all over the world.
Frequent moves, family separations through deployments, and reintegration after deployments can make school, home, and community life challenging for military students.
The military dependents, I don't think they've ever really recognized. Many of them move around 6-7 times, and before they're even 16 years old. So it's just to say, thanks, thanks for supporting their parents who are in the military. So just a chance to recognize them and say thank you in this small way. The student-to-student group has been planning it for about 6 months. But they just run it. The support comes from everybody within Grassfield. We got donations from individuals, both food and money. So everybody's been helping. We got different clubs have donated. ROTC is going to help a little bit. The ecology club's helping. So it's really the whole Grassfield community's helping do it.
We host the Military Cookout as one of our events to just kind of make some of the new students that are here feel welcome. And then just kind of tell the other ones that have been here, if they've never really moved before, that we do appreciate them because April is the month of the military child.
This is Maggie Parker reporting for GNews Wired.
The month of April also marked the biggest service event of the year. Here's reporter Jocelyn Freeman.
On April 13th, Grassfield students gathered in the auditorium for the 7th annual Laps for Lymphoma rally SCA organizes every year.
The SEA has been working since January to prepare everything for Laps for Lymphoma and especially this pep rally. We have been getting all the posters together since after Christmas break. We came back and started on all the feet and all the information posters. I'd say the most important thing about Laps for Lymphoma is definitely the bringing together of the community. You have people from every school and every walk of life just coming together for this one day, giving all this money and all their time to this one foundation. I think it's an amazing thing.
The rally opens with a video about why Grassfield does Laps for Lymphoma, and here's some alumni talk about what Laps means to them.
Hey Grassfield, my name is Emily Potter and I graduated in 2011.
A 2015 graduate shares a special message for his mom, Miss Becca Voltz, our keynote speaker for the rally.
I'm blessed to say that she came through stronger than ever. She's a profound effect on me, and I wish I could be there today to introduce my hero and cancer survivor, Miss Becca Voltz. Thanks for everything, Mom.
I hope that the student body realizes that the service rally is a start. It's a place that they can start to give back.
Not only are there students, faculty, and clubs giving back, the spring athletic teams are too, by partnering up with different clubs and organizations to collect items for this year's service week. To close the rally, the SCA presents the grand total raised in the past 7 years for the Lymphoma Research Foundation.
972. That's $95,114.72.
With photographer Haley Steinling, I'm reporter Jocelyn Freeman.
Bad weather didn't stop Grassfield from adding to their already substantial total and continuing to fund research to fight lymphoma.
Our GNews crew joined the Walk for a Cure.
On Saturday, April 23rd, Grassfield High School hosted the 7th annual Laps for Lymphoma event.
While waiting for the walk to begin, students participated in the dunk tank with Mr. Vogel, while Bobby from Hot 100.5 DJ'd the event. They kicked off the walk with a performance of the national anthem by Keisha Fontenot, followed by the Grizzly and Miss Bernard taking the first steps of the 16 laps for those who lost their battle to lymphoma. Not long after the walk had started, it began to rain, but some participants continued to walk for the cause while others took a break at concessions.
The last 2 years we've been inside because of inclement weather, and today started off as a beautiful day, but didn't stay that way. But the rain couldn't dampen our spirits. We continued to walk 16 laps for those who have lost their battle to lymphoma. We're also pleased to have the opportunity to support those who are still fighting their battle.
Sam Rogers, a representative from the Lymphoma Research Foundation, came from New York to support our cause.
I have been to many events, none quite like this, and not just because of the rain. It's an amazing event. Miss Bernard is an amazing person, and the rain really didn't stop everyone's enthusiasm. In fact, I believe there are still people walking. I wish that I could say that I lasted the entire time.
We love to do this. It's such a cool event, and it means a lot to a lot of people in the community, and it's just a great way to help out and find a cure.
And the Grizzlies are doing just that, with a total of $19,070.36 donated to the Lymphoma Research Foundation this year. I'm Julie Crowe with photographer Brady Michael reporting for GNews Wired.
While the walk helped brighten an otherwise stormy day, the students of Grassfield also brightened up the halls with displays of their artwork in the in-house art show.
From April 13th to 15th, Grassfield held its 9th annual in-house art show.
The art show is a collection of student work that we select as 3 art teachers, and we try to base that on not necessarily the best works, but the highest quality.
Many students got to choose between a variety of different mediums and also had different inspirations.
Students think about the whole process, the artistic process, from brainstorming to sketches to the process of actually starting a project and following through, correcting mistakes.
Well, my piece is called African Queen. Basically, I just did an image of what most people see, the image of Africa, the woman's face, so that's what I did. And this was my first year doing ceramics, so I mean, I wish I would have started earlier. I like it a lot. So
we don't personally judge the work. We have outside judges come in and take a look at all of the pieces and make a determination as far as medium.
In the 2-dimensional category, Kaylin Golden took first place, and in the 3-dimensional, Jeremy McNair took the top prize, but the overall Best in Show went to Haley Lavelle.
I'm Alana Livingston reporting for GNews Wired.
Wow, those are some really talented artists.
Yeah, they definitely were, but they weren't the only talented Grizzlies doing great things.
Reporter Grant Holloway checked out the action on the mound with the varsity baseball team.
I knew when I was pretty young. I started playing baseball when I was about 4 years old at Deep Creek Intermediate, and from that point on, I could kind of tell that I wanted to play baseball for the rest of my life.
13 years later, Dwight Riddick has achieved that goal. Now into his senior year, Riddick plays a major role with the Grizzlies and has earned the respect from his teammates as well as his coaches.
Being with Dwight for 4 years has been fun. It's been a blast. He's developed awesome over the 4 years. I think it started off kind of just playing baseball, and I think he's developed into somebody that wants to play at the next level and carry his baseball abilities to a higher level.
Dwight, he loves to have fun. He's a competitive guy. He wants to push himself to be successful, and he wants his teammates to succeed as well, and that's important.
But his success didn't come without challenges.
Oh yeah, Dwight! Oh yeah, Dwight! One of the biggest challenges I faced was my height. People always doubt me, saying I'm too small, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I just try to make up for it with my heart, my passion for the game, how hard I play, and just my energy. I just try to come out and be kind of a spark plug for the team.
Considered one of the strongest hitters on the team, Riddick has signed to play baseball at Norfolk State next fall. But before his senior year ends, he wished to enjoy it with friends.
Dwight Obi, they're a pair in the middle, and they have battles playing one-on-one basketball in the middle of baseball practice, and they do some stuff to keep each other loose, and you know, it's an interesting marriage, and I use the word loosely here, between guys like that. So
I'm Grant W. Holloway, reporting for GNews Wired.
Riddick has been one of several stars on the top-ranked baseball team. But for a few weeks this spring, baby chicks were the star in AP Bio classes.
Usually chicks are raised and born on farms, but did you know some were born in Miss Knight's AP Bio class?
The Chicken Embryology Project was a program that's done through 4-H in the schools in Chesapeake. The idea is for the students to have the eggs in the incubator and watch that process.
For students in Miss Knight's second and fourth blocks, that process started with the candling of the egg.
Oh, yeah, it is right there.
Ew. Students put a bright light on the egg to see the blood vessels and determine if the embryo is viable.
No, don't do that. The right. So this automatically turns them.
Hold it with your right. It kind of goes back and forth like this.
To protect the eggs, they were kept in an incubator.
The incubator is kind of touchy, so there's a little bit of a increase or decrease knob, but it's not like your oven where you can set it at a certain temperature. So we have to monitor the temperature daily and make sure that the humidity and the temperature are within a certain range for the chicks to be able to grow and continue to hatch.
The following week, students started their second candling. At this point, they began to understand the development of the chick and the egg.
Doing a little bit of the research to understand the actual development of the chick was hard, and starting to see what week this part of the chick is growing. Like week 1, it might be developing its beak, and then so on and so forth. It's kind of hard to picture that when you don't get to see it. I think that it's going to be really gross when it cracks, but I think it's going to be something that I'm going to remember forever because I've never done this before. I just think that you should have fun with it while you're doing it. Like, I don't know, maybe name your chick and play with it once it comes out.
For GNews Wired, I'm reporter Taylor Maxwell.
Those fluffy creatures are really adorable and got lots of attention.
Oh, I know, but there was plenty of attention to go around when audiences heard about the show-stopping talent in the spring musical Hairspray.
Reporter Tiara Ringo brings you this behind-the-scenes look.
The Grassfield Fine Arts Department presented their spring musical, Hairspray, May 6th, 7th, 12th, and 13th, with a 48-member cast, including local elementary school students.
We're basically dancing most of the time. We have a lot of costume changes. Basically dance.
The admission for tickets were $6 for students and $8 for adults.
We have had a rehearsal process of 8.5 weeks. We started our first rehearsal on March 7th.
They based their production on the American musical that debuted on Broadway in 2002. It tells the story of a 1960s teenager, Tracy Turnblad, whose dreams of dancing on the Corny Collins show turned into bigger dreams of fighting segregation.
I am Miss Motormouth Maybell, and I am the mother of Seaweed, J. Stubbs, and Inez Stubbs. My character is a large African-American woman who has been struggling to get her children as well as other African-Americans to appear on TV shows such as the Corny Collins show, the one that she hosts.
My role in the play was actually Seaweed J. Stubbs. But the story behind my character is just about, he was one of the main detention kids that Tracy Turnblad had ran into, and he kind of shows her how to have a little bit of fun and lay back and cool, and he was actually one of the main characters who helped the movement of integration.
Starting with the original 1988 film, the role of Tracy's mother, Edna, has traditionally been played by a man. The Grassfield's production, freshman Kevin Bull took on the difficult challenge.
The largest novelty item ever erected! Ready, set, fire!
She's a really big housewife who hasn't left the house in 20 years, and her daughter's trying to get her to go out and embrace the world. My favorite part of the show is Big Blonde and Beautiful because I get to do that big part where I'm like, looks like I'm touching up my roots tonight. I just love doing that. It's so much fun.
With a sold-out crowd for the closing night, it was clear that the audience had just as much fun as the cast. I'm reporter Tiara Ringo with photographer Desiree Jones.
Thanks for tuning into GNews Wired. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel where you can see our daily shows and bonus packages. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Bridget. See you next time, Grizzlies.